we have a quadratic equation and we have to solve it without the use of a calculator. There's two methods you can use. Most people would factorize it, but you can also use the quadratic formula. So if you want to pause the video and attempt it yourself, then go ahead, but I will continue. So I will do method 1 to start with. We have to factorize x squared minus 14x plus 40. Essentially, we need to fill the spaces in the brackets. Now, the coefficient of x squared is 1. So, if you put two numbers in each of these slots, then you will get x squared plus a term in x. So these would multiply, you would get the term in x squared, you would get a term of x multiplied by a number, so it would be a term in x. Same idea here, it would be a term in x because you've got an x being multiplied by a number, and these two numbers will multiply. Take all of them away. So we just have 1x and 1x. Now we need to find a combination of numbers such that they would add to get minus 14 and multiply to get 40, and we then put the numbers in the slots. So to get positive 40, you can either have two positives or two negatives, but you need to add to get minus 14, and you cannot add two positive numbers and get a negative. So the only option is you need two negatives, or one in one bracket, the other in the second bracket. So let's give this a go. Remember, you can test these out and you can score out any working that you don't want to get marked. So let's do minus 2 and minus 20. Now they multiply to make 40. So they multiply to make 40, but they add to make minus 22. So that's not happening. Or let's do minus 5 and minus 8. They also multiply to get 40, but they add to make minus 13. Minus 4 and minus 10 multiply to make 40, and they add to make minus 14 as required. So we can substitute x minus 4 and x minus 10 we can have in the two brackets. So we have minus 4 will go here, and minus 10 goes in the second one. But if you stand back and you look at this, both of these brackets are multiplying each other. So if one of the brackets equals 0, the whole thing has to, because if you multiply by 0, you get 0. So suppose the first one is 0, then if x is 4, you have 0 multiplied by 4 minus 10 is minus 6. So 0 times minus 6 is 0. Or alternatively, x minus 10 x. And these are the solutions to the equation. We can use the quadratic formula, as I said at the start. This will be method 2. We have a past exam paper to help. And if you look at the first on the list, it's this. So we want to find the values of A, B, and C. So if I copy down the equation in the exam of the question, remember the term in front of the x squared is really 1, but you don't write 1x squared. The coefficient is 1, but you don't have to, or you're not meant to put the 1 in front. Then ax squared plus bx plus c. And we see a is 1. Be very careful of your negatives and positives. You've got minus 14x and bx, so b is minus 14 and c is 40. And the quadratic formula is minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. And be very careful again, all of this from the minus b to the end of the square root is all divided by 2a. Please take note of exactly how this was written. It's given to you on the equation sheet, but many pupils, for example, will only divide the square root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a, or some people will put the square root sign over only part of the discriminant. So we want to start substituting. So minus 14 plus or minus 14 squared take away 4 times 1 times 40, and all of this is divided by 2. So minus 14 is 14. 2 negatives make a positive, but two wrongs don't make a right. interesting one that anyway, plus, minus, and you should be aware of the concept of the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. If that's equal to 0, you will get plus minus the square root of 0, so you'll just get one solution. Well, it's two real and equal roots. It will just be one distinct solution. But if the discriminant is positive, you'll get a plus minus of the square root, and you will get two distinct solutions. So we found two solutions by factorising. It should be the exact same with this. So that is 196 minus 160. All divided by 2. You have to be really careful with signs. So it's 14 plus minus 6 divided by 2. So do 14 plus 6 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. Well, 14 minus 6 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. I actually want to show that step. So we have 14 minus 6 over 2, or 14 plus 6 over 2. And once again, we get 4 or 10. Both methods get the same answer, as they should. So I hope you found this useful, and best of luck with the studying. Thank you for watching.